PC still ain't back to live, but I've made a live stream. This is Mike 7 Charlie Sierra commencing the Ragchew Net. Not sure how the sound is going to be on the live stream, so I will be looking for comments on that one. But we are doing it from a PC module, but it seems to be going out. So yeah, there must be sound getting through somehow off the webcam. I've noticed my PC is just starting to come back to life in the two screens in front of me, and the live stream is different. So yeah, hi Michael, hi Net Control Chris. I've actually, there we go. Yeah, I've confirmed I've got audio. It's a little bit echoey, so I will probably, if this computer comes back to life, but I'll probably let it do what it needs to do. Basically, yeah, the live stream went down, but so far I've got G0EUZ, Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, GW5 VOG. Would anybody else like to join the Saturday Ragchew Net? If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Okay, rookie error, had the radio down but saw it on there, M6DQB. So yeah, got you there, Pablo. Hopefully my dyslexia isn't getting me. There was a similar call sign earlier. No, it's definitely Pablo. So yeah, got that. So anybody else would you like to check into the Saturday Ragchew Net? If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard. So first of all, first person I saw key up, live stream was going, was G0EUZ. I've just noticed the resolution might not be all that good. Oh, it is good. It doesn't look very good on the OBS software, but it looks very good coming back on the live stream. So yeah, sorry for any untidiness of the shack. It wasn't going to go on live stream tonight. So yeah, the main PC went down. The Explorer of the PC still hasn't loaded. Things are slowly loading, but it was doing a system repair for the last 2.5 hours. And then at the last minute, I was like, I normally stream out to Facebook. I'll change that straight over to the YouTube, and we'll build something very quickly. So this is what we came up with. I didn't even get Saturday Ragchew Net in it. So round to you there, Rod. G0EUZ.
G0EUZ. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Michael and Steve and Pablo. Nice to hear you all on. And yeah, from a very rainy, cold Cambridge. Back to you, Chris. M7CCS, G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. I'm just trying to check that the audio is picking up on the live stream there as well. So I am going to turn you up a little bit because it's delayed. So yeah, it is picking up the audio from the speaker, so that's all good. So yeah, we are in business with a little bit of audio and a live stream. So yeah, the weather's not been all that good here, Rod. And yeah, we decided to have a barbecue today, but it kept raining. But the trailer tent's still up, but the grass grew inside it like a jungle. So it's raining, and I was inside the trailer tent of the awning with a strimmer, strimming it, then went in with a lawnmower to pick up the grass, and then yeah, proceeded to put everything round to the front and the barbecue and everything, and yeah, we had a barbecue. So just me and Donna, but yeah, we had a barbecue and it was all good. And then of course after that, I said I'll just go and check the system, and it went crash. So yeah, it's still not. It's, although you can see on the live stream, you can see these two blue screens that I point at. And that is the normal live streams where the digital log is normally on the right hand side. So I'm I'm going without any co-pilot. I've gone back to basics. I've got my pad, my pen, and that's what we got for now. I could chance it, but no, it won't click. I can't even open an internet browser to get the log up. It might do that in due course. In about 5 minutes it'll recognise the click, but yeah, it's not happy. I threatened it with a skip. The screen's starting to come back to life. Normally the way to do it. So we put it round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Hey Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Welcome back, Rod. Good to hear from you. And when I brought up the YouTube site, there you were sitting there, so I'll link at you. Of course, I don't think you saw my way because it's a long ways away. We're all the way over here in the United States. But it's a beautiful 86 degrees or about 30 degrees Celsius day right now. We're having a summertime here, and over the next few days, we're going to have the rain come back in tomorrow afternoon. Hang around with us for a few days. So today and this last few days here have been beautiful. A little bit of wind and great sunshine. So wish I could send you some of our sunshine and you can keep your rain, because I'm tired of the rain. We had rain for several weeks and I was fed up with it. But the sunshine has come out and the grass is growing like weeds do. And pretty soon I'll have to have it cut again. But it's a good day today to have a net. And I'm working on FT8 while we speak, Rod. Been killing it as far as contacts on 20 meters. 20 meters has been really hot almost all day. So I've made quite a few contacts on it. And 6 meters for some reason is very hot today too. So 6 meters and 20 meters is where I'm making my money at today, I guess you could say. And with that, I'll kick you back to you, Chris, so we can get this net going and get all your PCs in order. Tell them who's boss. And this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, all the PCs are going. Of course, I've got. Well, if we go through it, if there's no captions coming over me, the screen here around this side, it's pretty much just got a dashboard. It's got YouTube. It's got the comments at the bottom. And then we've got a secondary dashboard, so I know that I'm going out as I'm using WiresX. And then, of course, yeah, these two screens normally are one PC housed here with its keyboard and mouse, which runs live stream, log, XLX, Peanut, so that the audio goes in and everything like that. So I'm down on the main live stream. I was hoping it was going to come back to life. If it did come back to life, I might be able to switch it straight over into this live stream with the same streaming key. So that there is that. And then of course I've got this, which is it's a big telly. It's in the shack. You can do that on it. Watch TV. You can pretty much also. If you want to look up something quickly, you've got a big screen there if you've not already got one on. It's also the ham clock if I change the input, and it's a laptop without the screen. So the screen broke, but it's got a HDMI port on it. So I took all the screen off it, and yeah, it runs pretty well. It's got a little bit of grunt, but not as much grunt as the main system. Which is still system repairing itself, I believe. That's why I've got no start bar or anything. So yeah, it's still doing that. And of course, it came in like that just as I started the live stream. I've been staring at a black screen all day. So that's the systems. And then if we go around, that's MB6CCS gateway, right there. Flight aware down here, power supply. It is actually a car radio, and the ACE2 FTM 400 under the desk. It's mounted there, and then of course I've got a laptop. Save the screen burn because it's an older laptop. and all the monitoring goes on here. So that's a lot about what's going on, and if you're not watching, you don't know what I'm talking about. So we'll have to go round to GW5 VOG. Steve, don't time out, I haven't got one.
GW5 VOG returning. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Michael. Good evening, Rod. Good evening, Pablo. Yeah, I am watching the live stream, and yeah, mission control there, very impressive as usual. And GW5 VOG. Yeah, the weather here has been equally as strenuous as anywhere else in the UK. Although I think that when I was watching the Derby this afternoon, a bit worse there actually than here. But the main feature of our weather over the last week, apart from showery rain all the time, is the wind. Today it was quite, stormy. I was looking at the back garden at my HF antenna, which is a long wire coming from the house and terminating on a fiberglass pole. The fiberglass pole used to be a couple of meters higher than it is now because the top broke off in a storm. I've got a replacement new one, but I've never got around to putting it up. So I just kept it going with it 2 meters lower than it was before, and it works okay. I only do FT8, so you could put a bit of wet string out, I think, and get that. I was about an hour ago. I was on 14 meters, Michael. So sorry, 20 meters, 14 megahertz, and yeah, it was very good. I did 5 calls in about 10 minutes, so excellent. So there we are. I'll hand back to you for a timeout, Chris. M7CCS from GW5 VOG.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I can still see the dashboard where to know if it is a timeout or not. But of course, yeah, before your timeout. So we'll go round to Pablo. Didn't actually hear you check-in, but yeah, that was the thing of the pre-check-ins and you being the first audio call. And of course, yeah, the radio was down so that I didn't have announcements throwing out at me. Because as the announcements get a little bit more, yeah, I started to panic a little bit more with having no live stream. Over to you there, Pablo, M6DQB.
M6DQB returning. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Any excuse, Chris. Yeah, well, I'm not going to stay. It's just to let you know that I am listening in the background. I'm going to leave my node on, my YSX node in Scarborough, north east of England. So you are going out across Scarborough and just south of Scarborough at the moment. It's been on all day. I'm just going to leave it on tonight and see how it goes and that. So you might get a few other people coming in potentially. We'll see what happens there. But apart from that, I'm just playing around with FT8 at the moment, just setting up my replacement laptop and trying to get that working. Something's wrong with the sound card at the moment, but I know what it is, so I was just sorting that out. But apart from that, yeah, all good at this side. Slightly better weather than down south. Bit overcast, bit drizzly in places, but overall not too bad. Anyway, I say thanks for each, Chris. I will be listening on the side, and I might come in back in towards the end from M6DQB.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Not a problem there, Pablo. And of course, yeah, I've marked you down as listening. Although, yeah, I can't. Well, I could access it. I don't know if it's in my bookmarks. So yeah, I'll have a look at that. If it's in my bookmarks, I can access that log. It's just yeah, literally, you probably know the score, Pablo. The PC, it goes down, you wait for it to load up, it's not doing anything, then it says it's doing a system repair, and yeah, it takes forever for anything to come. All the icons are now back on the screen, but it takes forever. So yeah, luckily, well, it was the laptop you donated me, and that's what the live stream is running off at the moment. It's using its mic. I thought the mic was up by the web camera somewhere, but it's obviously not. So yeah, that's all good there. So not a problem. So I'm going to see if anybody else would like to check into Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard there. So yeah, like I said, I haven't got anything special to be doing on the webcam, so I can actually look and see. Oh yeah, there we go. I've got a bookmark for the net log, so I can actually chuck them in there, and I'll have a better visual instead of trying to read my writing. Although it says sorry, an error has occurred. But yeah, I'll get around that. Round to you there, G0EUZ.
G0EUZ, yes, thanks, Chris. Yeah, Michael, I did some, I think it was Thursday I went on, FT8, but it was very, very poor. Although I did get the Irish Republic, which was on short skip on 20 metres, so I was quite happy with that, really. But everything else was Europe, which had already worked, you know. But I didn't go on today. I have thought about it, and then I was reading Facebook, and somebody said there was nothing doing at all on 20 metres, so I didn't bother. Obviously, I missed out, which is a shame. But there you go. I've been in and out the shack doing other jobs all week, really. Just messing about with computers and stuff. So I'll finally get something working, I've no doubt at all. Yeah, I envy your weather, 30 degrees. Well, it's probably too warm for me, that, and I think you've often said before, it's when it's hot, you're wearing it. So yeah, that wouldn't suit me, although of course I was born in Africa, so I should be used to it, but I'm not. But today has been quite cold. And like Steve said, quite a lot of wind all week. Today's not been too bad. I was expecting it to be very windy today, but it wasn't. But it was cold, and some very heavy showers, although even though I've been out with the dog 3 times today, I've actually missed the showers. So I'm quite pleased with that. So apart from that, what else have I done? I keep having to mess around with my good lady's television. I don't know what it's doing, but we might be going somewhere and buying a new one tomorrow. It's a Panasonic, and it's an Android, and it's never been good. We bought it second hand. Paid actually quite a lot of money for a second hand machine, but yes, it's never been very good. Anyway, I'm going to time out very shortly, so I'll pass it back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much there, Rod. Yeah, there's still some time to go there. Before you were going to time out there. Of course, yeah, I'm going to touch some wood. The internet seems to be playing ball this week, or shall I say, my WiresX is playing ball, because yeah, last week in that heat wave, it couldn't cope, and I went down there after Ragchew, and of course I've got a little temperature gauge in there. It was 70 degrees in there. So of course, well, no, it normally sits about 70. It's sitting at like 90 odd degrees. So yeah, he wasn't happy, but I'm happily using the FTM 200, as you can see, and I'm going into the FTM 100, which you don't see on live stream. It's downstairs. So yeah, it's. I think if it was in the same room, I'd probably have some problems. So with it being in a different room, it's it goes a little bit further, and don't want to burn the front end out on it, do I? Even though it's got a dummy load on there. Right, we're going to go round to Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Papa here, and it has changed for me as far as the FTA goes. Normally, about 3 weeks ago, I would get on after I ate my breakfast. I get on FTA, and I looked at 40 meters as the one that was hot. You were to see the people closing it out, I guess, from the night last night, and those people that get up early and do it. But 20 meters has had the most amount of traffic on it first thing in the morning. Now, as far as FTA goes, I sit here in my shack, and I do a multitude of things. I guess you can say I've got ADD myself, because I'm watching TV on my PC, I'm talking to people on my other radio, doing single sideband sometimes. Like I was this morning, I was talking to a gentleman that was helping a friend up in a tower set up his mesh tastic. And we talked about that for a little while I'm doing FTA. So I'm not really concentrating hard on FTA, but so far today I've got about 32 of those, most of them on 20 meters, and like I said, probably 5 or 6 on 6 meters. But again, the conditions are pretty good out here as far as that goes. With their, when I checked the set, it said it was unsettled at first, and now it's a little more active. So I'm getting a little more contact, I think, as people go. This is the day that we memorialized D-Day. Of course, for you guys, that was probably 2 weeks ago, D-Day. But when we attacked onto the coast of France and began to fight back on World War II. And so we're remembering those people who lost their lives and fought for the country during World War II today. That's our memorial for the day. But I didn't have anybody over there myself that time, but I don't know if any of you did at that point in time, because it was, I read books about it, and it was quite a struggle, especially for people over in the UK with the bombs and everything. But we're, like I say, enjoying the day, enjoying the net, and it's good to have us on the net today. Looking at Chris, well, it's Chris. It's good to have him out there. It's always good to have Chris in the net. And I'll turn it back to you for quick rattling on. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, yeah, as you were saying that you'd see me. Oh, it went through. And I was actually changing internet connection, which, yeah, I realised I was on a slower internet connection on this PC, on this little laptop. And, of course, yeah, I think I need all my bandwidth. So, yeah, might be worth doing, mightn't it? And of course, yeah, none of my logins were accepted through that router for some reason, but they are on my main router. So yeah, the computer's gone. Well, yeah, it's gone into Windows mode. It's the only way we can say it. So yeah, that's pretty much all it's doing at the moment. But we do have a live stream, so there's no problem with that. So we go round to Steve GW5 at VOG.
GW5 VOG in a group. That screen with a dot in the middle looks like old-fashioned TVs. I don't know if you're old enough. probably not to remember when you turned the tally off in the old days, it used to disappear into a little dot in the middle of the screen. So there we are, that's quite, oh, it's gone off now, there it's disappeared. And they used to play the national anthem at the end of transmission at night. There we are, something we don't do these days, not in Britain anyway. I think we still do on Radio 4 actually, play the national anthem. Anyway, yes, so, yeah, I saying about my antenna, you know, it was, the fiberglass pole was flexing from side to side. It's got no guy ropes, it's stuck in a drain pipe actually, just.
Okay, not quite a timeout because my reading is 64.8. But have I had a whole internet block? I'm not sure. But yeah, you went pretty much were talking away, and it just dropped my end on both radios. Okay, Pablo's not with us. We'll see if anyone else does want to join us on the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over, and yeah, hopefully you aren't broke nothing, Steve. Yeah, the dot on the screen, that is actually the buffering of Windows loading up very, very slowly. Right, if you'd like to join us, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard. It's when I need the to put up on it, isn't it? But yeah, it's not there. Oh, we've got something different. Okay, it's a little bit different, but I couldn't actually put an input in. Yeah, we'll let it automatically go. Right, we'll go round to Rod G0 EUZ.
G0, you said, back to the group. Yeah, all good that, no problem there. Yeah, I don't spend enough time, Michael, on FT8. I think I do occasionally. I go into the shack, switch on, and if there's nothing doing, I just switch off and come away. So I don't sit there an awful lot, which is a shame, really. I used to do in the old days. I used to sit there for hours and hours and hours. And, you know, sometimes you get an opening and there's nobody else there, you know, because nobody else is listening, or you managed to get in first. So there we go. Chris, what cables are you using on your FTM 100 to connect to the computer? You're obviously doing PDM mode, aren't you? Not direct on that one. Last time I tried to connect, I forget what mine is, SCU 19 or something like that, I think, or 20, and it said not suitable, or not a cable suitable for Windows. So I don't know. It used to work when I first got it. It worked fine, you know. Having said that, I don't want to spend a lot of money because I don't really use it a lot. So there we go. So what else was there? I do have a 6 metre antenna up Well, it again, like all the others, it's on a nest of dipoles in the beam, in the loft of the outbuilding, which is single story, and it just clips onto the wooden beams, you know. So it's not very high off the ground. But I do have, you know, several antennas, 4, and 6, but you know, they need putting on the mast, which I haven't got, but I'm not allowed to have. So there we go. Back to you, Chris M7CCS, G0, EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, I just realised we literally are just on C4 FM, because I'm not going through anything on the XLX. I haven't checked if XLX is still up even, so I'll have to check that as well. But both are on 049, so yeah, Michael went through there when we last heard him. Steve went through, you've gone through, but yeah, so far it's showing nothing going through. Maybe the WiresX side of the system has dropped, maybe it's still going through CQ Northwest. So yeah, but I use the SCU20 cable, but your PC upgraded to Windows 11, which means you need a different cable. But yeah, because my PC is a gateway, and well, the FTM100, it used to be the sole gateway, it's got its own PC, so it's just running Windows 10 and it works. So yeah, I can see Steve keying up on the DMR side of CQ Northwest. So yeah, I don't think we're going across the WiresX anymore there, Rod. So I'm going to have a little check. Let's see if you hear me. I'm going to drop the key, and then I'm going to put it to the next person. Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Okay, I've dropped the key, and there's no audio flying back out of the FTM200. So yeah, that might have broken down on the system, but that's beyond my control. So we will go over to Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, and Mike 7 Charlie Sierra for ident. Rod, if you're hearing me, WiresX has gone down, so if you can get over to DMR, over to Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Chris, you're back. I was listening to nothing but YouTube for a long period of time. I heard Rod on YouTube and talking. And
I'm hearing you on YSF, Chris.
Suddenly, I even went and redid my connection to Northwest. And
yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, it's currently Michael's over, and Michael hasn't heard anything. He basically heard me, didn't hear you, but heard us via YouTube, so the link is broken down to the W.D.R.G.
I thought I'd gone down there for a few minutes just in one ear, because I got a headset on. Well, I'm going to pass it back to you, and maybe we'll hear you talk instead of me blabbering on. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, if you're listening to YouTube, yeah, keep listening, because you'll hear Rod come back to me on WiresX and me go back to him in your Rover, to tell him that the connection seems to have dropped on that side of things. I may be able to give it a little fixie actually. I won't be able to watch the live stream back on my phone, but yeah, may be able to give it a little fix and sort that out. So that's all good there. So you did hear what Rod said, but only via YouTube. I'm guessing Steve didn't hear what Rod said because he was keying up in the over. So over to Steve, GW5 VOG. now directly on XLX042D.
TGIF returning, and thank you, Chris. Glad to have you back. Yeah, it all went quiet for me. I was listening to Rod on YouTube and keying up at the same time. I was getting a bit worried. I actually did an update on my hotspot in case it was that. I think because the last thing I heard you say was, I hope you haven't broken anything, Steve. I'm not sure what you were talking about, but I thought maybe it's me that's done it. But I think somehow it's at your end, isn't it? You seem to have the gremlins maybe today. Anyway, normally I've got cqnorthwest going as a backup. I'm not sure whether that was down as well, but today it's not working. I set it all up, and I just have it in case the XLX goes wrong. But just before we started, I tested it, and it's not connecting to the dongle upstairs, and as it's 3 stories up, I was a little bit lazy and didn't want to go and look at it. I didn't really have time because I would have had to maybe miss the beginning. Anyway, we seem to be working now, hopefully. I'm not sure whether Rod is still able to talk to Michael and I. I know he can talk to you. Is he on YSX or something like that? Anyway, whatever. Hopefully you can hear me, and I'll pass back to you now. M7CCS from GW5DRG.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, the gremlins are at my end on a PC, but they aren't the network. So the only part of the network I've got here is MB6CS, which connects into it, which I'm actually going through it now. Yeah, so you know, that's the only place that I could have a gremlin in the network. But of course, yeah, the XLX is at Pablo's. Yeah, I'm going through the XLX. But yeah, it was strange. You just seemed to drop mid over. I took it straight over to Rod. Of course, he's on WiresX. Yeah, neither of us would have known any different, because we were both using WiresX. I will see if anybody else would like to join us on the on Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard, and I didn't hear anything from WiresX either. But yeah, we're going to see now. We're going to see if Rod has managed to pick up a DMR radio in a hotspot. G0 EUZ. Okay, so Rod is on the WiresX, and so yeah, I don't think he is now hearing unless he's watching the YouTube. So we'll put it round to Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa. I have dropped a little note into W.D.R.G.
G0
hang on.
Chris, the only radio
There
I've got
he
is a YSX at the moment. Nothing else is working at all, over.
So you're getting tones there of Rod as well. So you're getting tones there of Rod as well. So I'm now pressing 2 PTT buttons. Yeah. Am I allowed to relay it? I don't know. It's normally part of the network, isn't it? Yeah, go ahead with your over, Rod, and I'll relay it through the XLX.
G0EZ. Yeah. What a shame. Like you say, something always goes wrong, doesn't it? But not usually as bad as this. Yeah, but I'm no DMR at the moment at all. I've given up on them both. They just will not connect. They look to be connecting from my end, but nothing's coming out on the network. And my cqnorthwest one, I've just tried it. I'm transmitted into it, but nothing's happening. It's not coming out to the other end, so there we go. So I'll say 7.3s anyway, Chris, and I'll be listening. I'll listen to the live stream, but it's not very good if the others can't hear me. So I'll just relay it. Michael and Steve will catch you next week, hopefully. So for now, I'll say 7.3s. G0UZ, going clear.
Yeah, thanks very much there, Rod. And yeah, I'm pressing 2 PTTs so people hear both sides of the conversation. And I'll bid you a 7.3 there. And yeah, of course, the weather it's unpredictable, isn't it? I'm looking over the top of a telly, and I can see the tree waving away. And of course, maybe the electricity's gone down at cqnorthwest. But yeah, maybe, well, I haven't heard from Sooty today. Maybe the electric's gone down there as well, or it's actually gone down in Porthmadog, because we've got no way of knowing unless a message comes through. And of course I've sent a message, but if electricity goes, so do cell towers. So unfortunately. So I will say 7.32 there, Rod, and on behalf of Steve and Michael. So I'll put it over to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa. 7.3, Rod.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa here. 73C Rod, good to hear from you. I wish you would have a little bit better contact today, but I guess that's the way the gremlins inside the digital radio is going on. Have a good week. Keep listening. Let's see how it's good.
Did someone say gremlins? Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Did someone say gremlins? You turned around and you said I was good, and then it dropped after 20.6 seconds. Try again there, Michael. Okay, I said to try again there, Michael. So let's see if I go across the XLX this time. And it looks like I did go through, but of course, because we've got other things connected to it, they may be using the encoders as well. Of course, just a thought, it's taking priority of the dashboard that I'm seeing. But I am seeing myself going out of 2 dashboards anyway, which means I'm going through 2 network points, receiving back on another, so yeah, it's going through the system on XLX anyway. So we'll try Michael again. Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa. Okay, nothing heard. Just a thought, Rod. CQ Northwest has just peeped out at me. It's just peeped out across when I'm waiting for Michael. So that might now be back up. I'm going to search for it on WiresX. So yeah, I'm multitasking and doing it at the same time. But yeah, if I hear myself peeping back out of it, that might be the option. You're going to get it delayed though, Rod, on the live stream. But yeah, it's worth having a little look, isn't it? So yeah, remembering how to search, and I'm searching away. But whilst I search away, oh, there's CQ Northwest. So it came up straight on the top list because I've got the most connections. And there I am. I can hear myself echoing back. So Rod G0 E2Z collect to CQ Northwest WiresX. That's CQ-NW. And you'll be back with us if you want to join in. So we'll go to Steve GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. I thought I was getting through that. I suddenly appeared on my dashboard. Hopefully you're hearing me. Can you confirm that, Chris? Back to you for a sec.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra, I can definitely hear you there, Steve. And yeah, I'm transmitting back on the Yaesu on CQ Northwest's WiresX. So of course, yeah, I'm going through there back on my comfortable radio, shall we say. So yeah, if Rod hears on the YouTube on a delay, he can connect into CQ Northwest on the WiresX and rejoin us. So I will leave the gaps after you're over if he wants to do that. So over to you there, Steve GW5 VOG.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for that confirmation. It's very strange today. It's almost like when one system starts working, the other one goes off, isn't it? I don't really understand that, but there we are. As I said, my CQ Northwest, which I have as a standby, is not working anyway, so not quite sure why. That's coming through a Zoom Spot USB upstairs, stuck in the side of a PC, and using W.D.R.G software. And on that subject, I saw, I don't know if you watch Andreas's videos over in Western Supermare. He was showing some sort of
Andreas was showing some sort of and yeah, that was as far as it got. Now I'm not going through the DMR system. Andreas got as far as and then you dropped like a dead sausage there, Steve. If you are hearing, so try again. Okay, nothing heard. So yeah, and now I'm coming through CQ Northwest again. It's strange. Right, Steve, are you hearing me? GW5 VOG. Is it my internet that's dropping? But I've got yeah, I've got all the 5G lights on. Over to you. Okay, nothing heard from Steve. And he did say that he can't hear anything from CQ Northwest, but if I turn this little volume, there's CQ Northwest. So and that's the way I was accessing. We will try for Rod G0 EUZ to see if he is on CQ Northwest.
CQ Northwest. G0 EUZ. Obviously I'm not coming through. Hold on, I might be. G0 EUZ, are you receiving me, Chris?
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, it's delayed by about 5 seconds, well, 50 seconds or so, but you're probably seeing me put my thumb up now. Yeah, it's coming through.
G0 EUZ, yeah, okay. Yeah, smashing that. Yeah, I've never tried it on YSX before. I have to look up for the room number, but yeah, there we go. So hopefully everybody else is in here as well. If not, we're in trouble. So yeah. So what else was there then? Yeah, I thought my internet had gone down because it was very slow. So you know, there could be problems on the network just purely because of the internet. If it's a thunderstorm somewhere. So we'll see. Back to you, Chris, M7CCS G0. Back to you, Chris, M7CCS G0.
Yep, okay there, Rod. Was getting you there, and I think Sooty was trying to put a link through or something, so I'm going to dead key. Let him do what he's got to do and then resume, but you were definitely getting through there, Rod, and then you started to come through the DMR system. So I'm going to let Sooty do his dead key, what he's got to do, and then of course once he's done that dead key, then I'll continue as normal, and hopefully it gets through there, and hopefully we'll have Michael sat there waiting. So Sooty, do your stuff. Okay, well, I received that key through CQ Northwest there, City, and I can see myself coming up on the XLX, so that may have sorted it. I'll chuck you in as listening, unless you want to join in, and if you do, when we speak to Steve again, then go ahead. So we're trying for Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Are you hearing me? You want to go thumbs up? You want to come back to me? I think you're delayed on your YouTube video, so I'm going to go back to you and see if you can hear from me, and I'll continue on. 35 RIP.
Thumbs up, definitely. You're coming through there. Back over to you there, Michael.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and now see your thumbs up, so the delay is working, and I'm back in. I have no idea what I've told you so far, because I don't know what you've heard, what you haven't heard from me. I did see Daryl key up a couple of times, but I got no audio from him, so I don't know what's going on with Daryl, but you're certainly living the good life this week, Chris. Things are always interesting when you have problems. Isn't that what they say? So you're having an interesting life today. Like I said, I've had the gremlins in my past. I do a net on Friday night, Sometimes we have gremlins, sometimes we don't. But more often than not, somebody gives us a challenge to go up with. I had an interesting one the other day, or like a couple of weeks ago. I have an open spot 4, and one of my net logger has an open spot 4 also. And we're in 2 different states. We had a guy key up, and it rebooted both of our open spots to the tune of about 500 reboots, probably in about 30 seconds. And the only way to stop it was like a continuous loop. The only way to stop it was to turn my open spot and his open spot off at the same time. And I went through a repeater for a while. So the gremlins will haunt you and gives you that extra challenge. Let's see. I guess since we're still working, I'll come back the next time and we'll give you a food point at that point in time. But I'll turn it back to you, Chris, before anything else happens, and hopefully it's not blamed on me. We should have for 5 Romeo and you, Papa.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, if you saw the call sign M0 NWTX, no, it's M0 NWX, and it comes up as Daryl, then he was doing a dead key the same as what Sooty was doing. It's sometimes you've heard us talk about the Magic 13, and then of course we said you don't have to do it because we do it, but of course yeah, it's pretty much the Magic 13 will link the systems back together in a sense. So I think it was done from cqnorthwest, it's been done from Sooty there as well, and yeah, we should be all systems go. I can see myself lit up on a DMR radio. I'm using the Yaesu radio on WiresX. Rod's definitely hearing. I'm definitely hearing Michael. So let's see if we can jinx it. Let's go around to Steve, GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Yeah, I think everything might be working now, Chris. You never know. Keep your fingers crossed. Sooty obviously did one of his magic tricks with his magic wand, and it was dizzy wizzy, let's get busy, and it's all working now, hopefully. So thank you, Sooty. And yeah, update on the soccer. Romania have scored again, so it's 2-1 to Romania. 84 minutes gone. As I said, it's only a friendly match, so who cares? I don't know whether Romania are in the World Cup. Maybe this might be a friendly match so that they get in a bit of practice before they fly out to America, but I don't know. Or whether they're both teams that haven't qualified. Anyway, yes, I've kind of still not got my CQ Northwest to work, and with all this disruption I've forgotten what I want to say, so I can't really think of anything else, which is a bit annoying because there's not that many of us here, so it would be good if I kept talking for the full 3 minutes or whatever it is, or in my case usually more. But I think I'll have to hand back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5 VOG.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, it's not looking good at the minute. It looks like the whole I'm going to have a task ahead of me rebuilding the whole live stream. But we've got this temporary one anyway while I do it. So that's good enough. But yeah, the gremlins have hit. We've had all our lovely weather, then we had all the lovely thunder and lightning, and then yeah, all the gremlins hit. And of course, yeah, I've not even got out half the stuff I was going to say, either with the gremlins. But it's all good anyway. So right, we'll see if Sooty does want to come in. I said I'd give him a go after Steve. If he did want to come in, or he might just be listening there. But yeah, Gremlin, he's waved his magic wand and it seems to have worked. Over to you there, Sooty, if you want to join in.
Net at my hotel. Just popping in to say hi to everybody. It is literally popping in to say hi. Yes, I do apologise. So that has gone down somewhere. Not quite sure what's happening, but everybody is actually coming across the dashboard now, apart from YSF. So yeah, it could be the fact of something was dropped out somewhere, but it's all seems to be stable. But unfortunately, I'm quite busy at the moment, so I'm going to back out. But I will say a very good evening to all of you. Nice to hear you all on. I will sort of keep an ear to it, and I'll say 7-3 for now. Cheers for now.
Yep, 7-3 there, Sooty, not a problem. And yeah, it all dropped out, but it's I don't think it is well, it's not, could be internet based, but not to all of us in the sense. But of course, yeah, yours is working, Sooty. Mine's working. Like I said, I've got the 5G lights on, and yeah, rarely have that in this weather. And of course, yeah, we've had heat waves, so all the wires and all the cabinets are cooling down now. Hi. But yeah, there's always something to blame. So thanks for waving the magic wand there, and yeah, it seems to be going across everything now. So we'll see if anyone else does want to join us for the Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over.
Kilo Charlie 3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec. John in Pennsylvania, America.
Yep, receiving you loud and clear there, John. Round to you, KC3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec.
Yeah, how you doing? I hope everybody on the net is doing well. I'm communicating through my hotspot to CQ, and I'm hearing everybody just fine. So I don't know what is going on. But as far as here, the weather is nice. We're about 27 degrees Celsius. Sunny, but we're expecting some thunder showers. So if I'm not here, so I've unplugged everything. But so far, the rain has held off. It's doing well. Grass is growing nicely. Other than that, everything else is really fine up here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Back to you, Chris. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Zulu, Uniform, Quebec.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, we've had some gremlins in the network there, and like we said, Sooty's waved his magic wand, and of course, yep, it's all coming together. You're hearing everybody, so that's all good. So thanks for checking in there, John. Right, is there anybody else there that would like to check into the Saturday Ragchew Net? Okay, so we go back round to Rod. G0EUZ. He gets to say 7-3 twice in one net. Round to you there, Rod. G0EUZ.
G0EUZ. Yeah. That will be a first, won't it? Yeah, thanks for your work there, Sooty. If you're still listening, it's obviously work magic, and we're all together. Good evening, or hello to John. Coming through, no trouble at all. Steve, it's quite funny. On cqnorthwest YSX, you come up as 2 Whiskey Zero. You're shown in the list of users as G5. but obviously on the live stream you come up as GW5, so it's very interesting. But there's quite a lot of people listed in the CQ Northwest page as being there. Some of them are, individuals, quite a lot. But there's also gateways and repeaters and Echolink even. So yeah, it's interesting to see. So yeah, brilliant. What else was there? I can't think there's anything else really. We're struggling at the moment, aren't we? So few of us, but it's still not that dark here. But it's certainly not raining at the moment. My good ladies put a fleece on, so it's obviously cold in the other room, and we're getting on all right. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra grabbing the correct mouse. But of course, yeah, we're starting to get through now, and it's evening out a little bit. So yeah, that's all good. But of course, yeah. So he did wave his magic wand there, and he's sorted it. So yeah, and of course, yeah, CQ Northwest. I'm always out. It normally along the live stream, it's normally going along all the ways to get in along the bottom, or the top on a blue bar, and it tells you all the ways in, as well as the CQ Northwest ways in, and yeah. Let's see if I can upset everyone. You can even say, Alexa, play Cheshire Fusion. And yeah, it should start loading it up, and of course, yeah, it'll start playing. And if it's working there, but yeah, that's connected to CQ Northwest, and you can listen along to the Ragchew on the Alexa. So yeah, there's plenty of things connected up to it, and you can actually see it does say Alexa as the node on their rod. So we go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, coming from a very strange net in the Northwest. It's been a lot of fun this week, this Saturday. Food corn, I'm going to talk about it for just a second. We're dining down the south of the border of Mexico way today. My wife made a taco Dorito casserole. I didn't used to love casseroles. She makes some great casseroles. Locally sourced beef that you put taco seasoning with, and made it a little spicy. Also threw in some corn and black-eyed peas into a nice casserole dish, base for it anyway, and cheese on top of that. And then she crunched up a bunch of Dorito chips as the top crust. Very delicious. That's what I had for lunch. While she was out doing errands, she also picked us up some Mexican food from our local Mexican restaurant. So for supper tonight, I'm having a pork hand-rolled tamale. They're some of the best I've ever had, at least in this country. Down on the border, they make pails. They're up here in Tennessee. They are excellent. We're also having cheesy chicken and rice. What that is basically is grilled chicken with rice with queso cheese dip poured over the top. I'm looking forward to it already. Probably won't have it for another couple more hours, but I'm looking forward to it already. So that's the food form for the day. I wanted to ask Stephen or Rod, have you watched the new Yellowstone series called Button Ranch? Excellent. I've watched the first, I think it's 5 or 6 episodes. It's been outstanding. They really got some people tore up the last couple of episodes because they had problems with their herd of cattle, and they had to do something with them that just tore the whole country up. I saw more people talking about it than any other time, but that's just life on the ranch. And with that, Chris, I'll turn it back to you. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, nice view outside.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Well, me and Donna have started watching Yellowstone, but we started with watching Dutton's Ranch, and then we're watching the Yellowstone, but to see how it all started. Yeah, they had foot and mouth disease, didn't they? Now we've spoiled it for everyone, haven't we? Yeah, the cows had foot and mouth disease, but of course, yeah, they just dug a pit, put the cows in it, shot them, buried them in, put a load of lime in, but of course, yeah, they've done it without papers, haven't they? And she's admitted that, to kind of like a rival, really, isn't it? Yeah. So that's that, and of course, yeah, food porn. Of course, yeah, we did have a barbecue today, so there's that. So we go round to Steve GW5 at VOG.
GW5 returning. Michael, yeah, no, I've never watched Yellowstone. That's not something I've ever watched. Maybe I'll give it a try, because your recommendations are usually quite good. I think second new series is Dutton's Ranch, is it? So we might have a look at that. We've been watching a thing, it's on BBC iPlayer actually, so I don't know whether it's streaming anywhere in America. It's called 2 Weeks in August, about some ex-university friends having a 2-week holiday on a Creek Island, and everything goes wrong. It's supposed to be slightly comedic, it's very weird. But anyway, that's what we've been watching, and yeah, so the football's just finished. We lost 2-1, so that's not good. And yeah, nice to see that the system seems to be holding up. And my computer's just gone off now, so I can't see my dashboard, which means I'll probably end up timing out. It won't come back on either. So the computer I'm using is a bit weird like that. It's a laptop, and it kind of turns itself off and can't turn it back on for about a minute. Yeah, I'm speaking blind, as it were, now. So anyway, I don't think I'll time out because I can't think of anything else to say, really. The food porn sounded really good. I love a casserole, anything like that, stew, casserole, anything with gravy, sauce. I like some liquid with my food, so casserole's right up my street. It sounded very nice, apart from the fact that I'm a vegetarian, so that would be the only problem. But I think I can sort of forget that if I was dining with you, because it sounds so appetizing. Anyway, back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5 DOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, yeah, you're a vegetarian, and yeah, you choose to eat it. I always say that, but of course, yeah, there's nothing like a nice dripping bacon sandwich. But enough for the winding up. Of course, yeah. Of course, what we've been up to this week? Of course, yeah, I mentioned, and I did come through it last week, didn't I? The ALLSTAR node, and I came through it via DB switch. The ALLSTAR node got sent back, and it was something really simple, but you know you've got something sat there, and you know you could open it up and probably fix it, but you say, I'm not doing it, because you know it should have come to me working, in the sense, yeah, paid for it to be express sent back, so it got sent back, and then he gave me an update on what was wrong with it, and basically, yeah, a little bit of a strand of wire had got into it. A couple of strands of wire had got into it from where he was building them. But yeah, he said mistake made, and he'll remember to blow all the circuit boards off next time. So he's put my card into a new one, and he's sent it on its way. So yeah, it kind of blew something, and he done it really well, because it was well out of the terms of eBay and everything as well, because it was bought from eBay, but it's well out of the terms of eBay and the time frame, because obviously it was here at the 12th of the month, and of course my birthday was the 29th, so it sat there wrapped up, and yeah, I didn't use it until then. So that's news on that. Oh yeah, you can follow me on TikTok. Of course I'm trying to work out a way to live stream out on there. I've not got enough followers yet. There's that. But yeah, I've of course a friend of mine, Mick, yeah, he uses it and he makes money out of it. He just talks to people like we do on the radio, but he makes money out of it. Of course, yeah, he's now a mentor. He mentors these TikTok creators, and yeah, he told me what he was going to get paid for doing it, and it's quite a lot to actually do that. Yeah, it's amazing some of the things you find on there. So, oh, I've timed out. Okay, I timed out, but I waited for the DMR side to time out before I keyed up again. But yeah, I was saying, amazing the things you find on there. All I'll say is, because we can't say political things, really, we can, it's a gentleman's agreement, but yeah, all I'll say is Google, what is it, Web Cult House Cheshire. I think that's near you, Rod, actually, but yeah, you can pretty much, yeah, I can't say the things in the news article on the radio, but yeah, Google it, and of course, yeah, there's a protest going on outside there at the moment, so there's quite a bit of footage coming from there. Not that I'd want to go down, because if it'd be just my luck, you go to a nice peaceful protest and I'd be the one who got arrested. But yeah, watching it from afar when someone else is recording it, let them get the dispersal orders whilst I can sit back and laugh. Hi. So we go to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and yeah, keeping an eye on the time, and yeah, we can go round this one and then we'll decide what we want to do. So over to you there, Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here. I was just starting to look up that house, but I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know anything about it or anything what's going on. But anyway, Yellowstone, Steven, very good series. If you start with the very first one, you're going to have about 6 or 7 seasons, 10 episodes each season, so there's quite a bit of content in that particular one. And from there, it branches out. The Sheridan Taylor, the man who started the series, wrote the series, directed the executive producers, he then backs up to the genealogy of the Duttons, which is the one who owns the Yellowstone Ranch. And he goes back probably 2 or 3 generations. There's 2 or 3 in the series on that one. And now he's gone forward, and we have the Dutton daughter and one of the ranch foremen has started the Dutton Ranch. At first in Montana, now it's down in Texas. They got burned out of their ranch down in Montana. I'm telling you things behind the scenes, I guess. And now they've moved to Texas, and they're doing things in Texas. And what Chris said is true. Their first generation of cattle on the Texas ranch had hoof and mouth disease. Now, what they should have done was segregate them and call the government, but that isn't how things are always done in Texas. So they limited them themselves and lost all the paperwork on it, and so that nobody knows. It's one of the controversial things you'll see on it. There's another show going on called Marshall's, one of the characters from the Death Ranch, and he's actually become a character in another series, and he's a Marshal, U.S. Marshal. So Taylor Sheridan is making a lot of money on a lot of different series. All of them are good. I get copied on that one, the 2 weeks in August. I'm going to look at it and see if I can find it. It looks pretty good. That casserole, I guess you could take the ground beef out of it, and it would still be fairly good, but I'm not sure how. Because it does have lean ground beef in it for the taco side of the house. Let's see, I don't want to say anything, but I don't want to time out this week. Well, I might as well, who cares at this point. But it's pretty good, pretty darn good. You like that? I can see a vegetarian version of it. Very spicy. My wife loves spicy food now. She's changed in her ways since she has liver disease, and now she's making spicy, all kinds of spicy food, which I've always liked. So I enjoy that. But I'm going to turn it back to Chris. I don't know where he went to. He left the building. I don't know if he went to the loo or what. So I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Charlie Sierra. Well, I am here. I didn't go to the loo, and yeah, that'll be a strange one, wouldn't it? But no, I didn't go to the loo. I've come out for, well, you know what I've come for. By the door, but I've left the camera going, because, you know, I'm not unsure at the moment whether it's a laptop or the web camera which is giving the audio. But whichever it is, it's giving it pretty well. So that's all good. So yeah, well, Steve don't need to watch it now. He's talking everything. Right to you there, Steve. GW5 VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Yeah, thank you for all that information, Michael. You know, we'll definitely have a think about that. I'm not sure. My wife probably doesn't like sort of Western type things. I don't know. As regards the many series with 10 episodes, we quite like that. We've watched a few things where we've not watched it. You know, we've not seen it, but it's been on for years, and we quite like binge watching. So we can watch something every night and sometimes watch 2 episodes. So that's a sign of a good TV program when you watch one and you can't wait till the next day. You've got to watch another. So we will think about it. With your casserole, don't take the meat out of it. No, that would spoil it, I think. And I do eat meat occasionally. Normally when I'm somewhere where I can't get any vegetarian food. We do very occasionally, we haven't for a while, opt to go to a carvery, Toby Carvery, which Chris was mentioning last week. He had his unlimited breakfast in. They do like unlimited almost carvery, and we do go now and again, and I have beef, my wife eats turkey, so we make a bit of an exception for that. I love beef. I like chicken if ever I have that, because I have to in a restaurant. But I must say, you said about can't eat a piece of bacon. I have eaten bacon since I've been a vegetarian, and I don't like the taste of it anymore. And I used to love it, so I know what you mean about bacon, but when I eat it now, I think, oh, what a horrible flavour it's got. And it's so salty, too smoky, and anyway, whatever it is, I don't like bacon anymore. But, you know, this sort of thing doesn't happen very often. It's not often that we lapse into meat eating. It's always handy, and I'm going on holiday to Barcelona in August, and I shall suspend my vegetarianism there because, you know, when you, of course, Spain has lots of cooked meat type chorizo kind of things and all that sort, and ham and that. So yeah, if you don't eat meat, you're kind of limiting what you can get. So anyway, back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5VOG.
and Charlie Sierra. So I'd say you were, well, I don't know the right ones, but I'd say pescatarian, because you choose and pick what you want to eat. But, yeah, Harry's a little bit like that. He says he won't eat that, but if it's going, he's like, oh, I'll have a little bit of that. And then before you know it, he's having another burger. He pretty much just eats fish and vegetables, and eggs for protein. We started watching W.D.R.G. So I thought Donna was going to tell me to turn it off actually, because it is westerny, but we were kind of, I said, Michael, this has been mentioned on the Ragchew Net and whatever. We watched the first 2 episodes because that's what was available at the time. And then we pretty much cleared the first series. We cleared that in a weekend, in a sense. It did get a little bit addictive. We have got some more to watch. I put it on last night, but Donna dropped off to sleep, so I turned it off, so that she didn't miss any. That's all good. So we'll rank uniform.
degrees, while crew and stoke are at 15 and 14 degrees respectively. Winds are gentle, mostly around 1 to 5 miles per hour, so no need for your head gel, just a bit of cloud cover, nothing too dramatic. 7-3 from M0NWX.
Season 5 is out now, and there was an episode on the other night about what you're, and I don't want to violate the gentleman's agreement, so if I am, just, tell me, about the taxes that the farmers have to pay over in Great Britain, and they had a demonstration and so on, and my wife and I looked at each other and just shook our heads. We thought we had it bad here, but I feel very, very sorry for you folks over there. Now, Michael down in Tennessee, he lives in God's country. They don't pay taxes on anything down there. So I don't know if you've ever watched Clarkson's Farm, but my wife and I, we kind of enjoy it. So with that, I'm going to send it back to you. This is KC3ZUQ.
Yeah, okay now, John, got all, most of your over there. It was cut off by the weather announcement, the taxes on the farmers, of course, but there have been a few protests where they took to their tractors and blocked motorways and all that kind of thing because of the tax, and of course, farmers do put food on the table, kind of thing, Clarkson's Farm, I originally started watching it for the entertainment factor. It got a bit serious, didn't it? Of what it costs to do everything. We do watch that. Like we are going to be going for the 7-3 round now. We're going to go for the last over for Rod G0 EUZ.
G0, you said back to the group. You missed me out last time, Chris. Never mind. Steve, 2 weeks in August, yes, I've watched that this week. Finished it off, I enjoyed that. I'm currently watching The Fortune, which was on Channel 5, so I'm enjoying that. And to Michael, I've not started watching Dutton yet, although my wife has, and she's up to episode 5, I think, but she's having trouble with it on her television, which is what's been causing the problem all day. But I've watched all the others, and I'm currently watching Madison. I know you said it was very good, and I'm enjoying it, but I haven't had I've only watched 2 episodes, so I will certainly get on to it. I look forward to it. So Clarkson, she's also been watching Clarkson all afternoon. So I've never watched it. I've seen bits of it, but I've never actually sat down deliberately and watched it. So there we go. Okay then, I'll say them. Please everybody, it's been great to catch you all. And hopefully we'll catch you again next week. And I shan't be looking for Sutty this week, because it's not this week, it's the week after. So, 7 please everybody. Back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0PUZ.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Yep, 7-3 to you there, Rod. Yeah, it's ironic, isn't it? It's mentioned, and yeah, that's what people have been watching. So sorry I missed you out, but it was because I went down for the cigarette, and of course, yeah, we got 7-3 next to you on the list, and that'll be wine. Yeah, we've got another 7-3 next to it now, double 7-3. So 7-3 to there, Rod, and yeah, thanks for persevering. And yeah, we all got there in the end, didn't we? So we go to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, been a great net. I mean, I know you jumped through flaming hoops over there, Chris, trying to make it all work, but you pulled it all together. John, yeah, Tennessee, I classify as God's country because it is a great place to live. I love living here. It's not where I grew up, but we don't have any income tax. So everything you make, you get to keep in your pocket. We do have other taxes, though. We're not totally tax-free, property tax, sales tax, and things like that, but it is lower than some of the other places. I've lived in 2 states here in the United States that didn't have income tax. Florida, I was stationed there for 3 years, and in Tennessee. And I've been in Tennessee for 30-something years. And the best way for a politician here in Tennessee to lose his job is to say something about taxing people's income, because that'll be the last time he gets elected. I know up in the Northeast where you're at, they all kinds of taxes up there, so I feel bad for you. I feel bad for anybody who gets taxed for all that kind of stuff. And it's enough of that. Great net this week, Chris, and Rod, I hope you have a great week. We'll catch you again next week. Stephen, good to hear from you. And like I say, I couldn't be a vegetarian, but I do appreciate those people who do that, do that way. They probably do have a healthy lifestyle, but I love the taste of meat. Love to taste the fish and chicken and all the little animals you can eat out here. So that's just me. Hope everybody has a great week and good weather. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you again next Saturday. This guy, Romeo India Papa, saying 73 for this week.
Yep, 73 there, and of course, yeah, good to have you on, and of course, yeah, good that it's all gone to plan. Well, it's not gone to plan, but yeah, I found a workaround, and that's the way. This PC, I think it's just going to be left on and let it do its stuff, and hopefully it'll be well next week. I'm hoping. I want to get it well enough to get it turned on, at least get it into things so that I can start transferring stuff off it, like the live stream stuff, because I know that I can just take the setup file and I can pretty much just take it straight over to the other OBS system, streaming the system that I'm using on the other laptop there, and maybe yeah, have a dedicated little streamer instead of the big streamer. But it is good to have everything all in front of the in front of you normally, because you normally be seeing a lot more of the side of me today, because normally I would be just looking at these 2 screens and keeping an eye on this one, so yeah, it's all good. So 7-3 to you there, Michael. So we go round to GW5 VOG. Round to you there, Steve.
GW5ERG. Well, I've gone past my deadline, and I already said I had to take my wife out shopping at 9 o'clock. So anyway, she hasn't appeared, waving to me or anything, so I think I'm okay. Right, just to, John mentioned the farmers and the farm protests. It's not a sort of straightforward tax thing. It's about inheritance tax, which farmers have never had to pay when they die, or their families have never had to pay when they die. And the government decided they would have to pay. They do pay at a reduced rate. They don't pay as much as ordinary people. Obviously, you've got to be quite well off for it to be significant. And unfortunately, because we're a small country, land is worth quite a lot of money, much more than a farmer can earn from growing crops. So that's where the problem comes in. The inheritance is kind of artificially too high. But of course the families can sell that land and cash in on it, and a lot of them were doing that. But it's only something that happens once in every farmer's lifetime, so it's not a general taxation thing. And I mean, obviously the majority of farmers aren't about to die either, so it's kind of a little bit got blown up out of proportion. Anyway, it's a hard job being a farmer. And talking about vegetarianism again, the one thing I think is a negative about vegetarianism is that you're not supporting farmers who do, have a hard time, especially mostly rely on sheep and cattle rather than any crops. So there we are. Anyway, that's that. So 73 to everybody. Yeah, we had a few gremlins, but we got there in the end as usual, and it was quite interesting. So thank you for being net controller, Chris. And with that, I'll pass back to you, M7CCS from GW5ERG, setting 73.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, both the screens have come back on now. But I don't have any icons yet. I don't have any start bar at all. So it was never going to be ready in time for the Ragchew. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed. I sat there and was trying to get it working, but it was a quick fix if I got that working. And it wasn't until about 15 minutes before I'd normally go live that I thought I can use the same stream key straight to what I've already put out there and everything, so everyone will find the live stream, not a problem. And yeah, we can just set up an old school one, a little bit like in Wales, except you've got the whole console in kind of thing, which you had in Wales, except we had a projector behind that was projecting the call signs on the wall and things. But we've changed a little bit since then, and you don't have to keep that wall free, which was a bit of a pain in Wales, keeping the wall free for the projector. Right, we've got Pablo was in with us, so I don't know if he wants to come in and say 7-3 if he's still there. M6DQB. Okay, nothing heard there. Don't know if, well, Sooty said he was going back to listening, he had things to do, but he did fix it, so thanks very much with the magic wand there. Also been informed that WiresX is now back up on W.D.R.G, so it's never down for long when it is down. We normally bring it together pretty quickly. So we go round to John now, KC3 Zulu Uniform Quebec. Round to you there, John, for your last over and 7-3.
Yeah, Chris, I enjoyed all the conversation today. It was really good. It wasn't just the taxes, but like the regulations, and they were talking about VAT taxes and things like that. And I feel like I kind of feel bad for you folks over there, and not just that, but for other things that we probably can't talk about. But something else, totally different subject. I don't know if anybody is interested in locomotive trains, but we've got the United States is coming up on its 250th anniversary, and the Union Pacific Railroad refurbished what they call the Big Boy locomotive. It was the largest steam locomotive ever made, and they're running it across the country. And if you want to look online, it's rather interesting. At the time, it looks like a real engineering marvel. And they're coming across the country with it to celebrate the 250th anniversary. So if anybody's interested, look for it online. With that, I'm going to say 7-3, and I'll try to make it in next week and talk again. So this is KC3ZUQ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, I'll definitely look up that Big Boy locomotive. And yeah, you say running across the country. I'm guessing it's running across America and not visiting other countries. I remember what happened with the Flying Scotsman. It had to be modified to go to different rails and things. When it went over, because it was on different rails and things. But yeah, not a problem. And I will bid you a 7-3 there, John. So in the net tonight, we had myself. We had G0EUZ Rod, 2 7-3s, Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa, and we had GW5 VOG Steve, M6DQB was listening, M7 EMH was listening and fixed the gremlins, KC3 Zulu Uniform Quebec, John was in with us as well. So yeah, I've been Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Might catch you on the network in the week, but we rarely do. But I'll definitely be here next Saturday, and I'll catch you on Saturday. So 7-3 from me. I'm now staring at my screen, and all my icons are there, and all my files are slowly loading onto the screen. Still don't have a start bar, but I'm going to leave it running, and yeah, I think I'm going to do a swap onto a static drive. I think that might be the problem, and the drive might be unwell. Yeah, we'll say 7-3, and of course, yeah, catch you later in the week. I'll say it for the YouTubers, subscribe, and of course you get the notifications. I don't do it for the money, don't monetize at all. So yeah, 7-3. 7-3 to everyone who's been a part of the net. Of course, I forgot Donna was listening and chatting with Michael on YouTube as well. So, and of course, I'm sure she could probably hear as well, because I've had to have the radio up a little bit louder than normal to get it through to the live stream. 7-3.